ask a question. We'll start with Ansar Khan.
Hi, Robert. Now this is your second development camp, right?
Yes.
You were here in 2019.
Correct.
Did you get injured in that camp?
Yes. On the last day, I blocked a shot and had a little fracture in my ankle, but all good now.
Yeah. So, what did you take out of that camp, and what do you hope to get out of this one?
I think that camp was definitely a really cool experience, being my first NHL camp, especially here with the Wings. And it was cool to kind of watch the older guys, how they go about their business, how the pros handle themselves. And I kind of took away just like little things here and there away from the rink, at the rink, that I could work on for myself, just to kind of get the best out of myself. And then for this camp, I came in as one of the older guys. I'm trying to be a leader to the younger guys, the guys who were just drafted, and really show them the way and kind of just bring them through this camp and make them feel comfortable.
Well, where would you say you are right now in your development stage?
I'd say I'm definitely still like trying to work on my body and get my body a little bit stronger and bigger. And I've done a very good job of that this summer. I've put on a good amount of weight this summer and gotten a lot stronger. So I'd say I'm pretty close to really getting to a spot where I want to be.
Now you were at BU, right?
Correct.
You're going to be at Arizona State.
Yes.
Now what led to that decision?
It was just there was a lot of thinking and thought with my family, with my advisors, and everyone close to me that went into that decision. And it was a right thing for me, as I think I needed a fresh start, just to get out in front of some new eyes, some new teammates, some new coaches, a new area, and really just kind of like taking fresh start and get my game to that next level.
And just as far as getting your game to the next level, what are some of the things you're focused on in addition to just the bulking up?
Yep. Absolutely. I mean, absolutely. I can definitely work on every aspect of my game, regardless of what it is. I mean, I've really been focusing on my skating and my skill work and kind of being more deceptive on the ice. That's one of the main things I've been focusing on this summer. And I think it's going really well right now. And that's where I'm trending in the right direction. So
thanks.
Awesome.
Next, go to Ted Colfin on Zoom.
Oh, there we go. Hey, Robert, just talk about that whole transferring. Just you got to go to the portal and everything. I mean, what was that experience like? Was it kind of like recruiting all over again?
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty cool experience. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it was definitely a little much, getting a bunch of calls and trying to figure out what the best spot for me was. Once again, like you said, it's kind of like recruiting all over again, but it was a really cool experience, honestly, just being able to like talk to all different coaches and kind of hear what everyone has to say and how everyone's wants to coach their team. So it was kind of gave me a lot of insight, and a lot of programs, and what everyone, like, what their main values are, and be able to take that all and make my decision based on what I think the best values are and where I could get those. So that was awesome.
Hey, what made you choose on Arizona State? I mean, let's face it, it's not exactly a hockey hotbed in a way. I mean, what made you choose Arizona State?
I think their strength coach, Leanne, she's amazing. She's an unbelievable person, an unbelievable strength coach, and I saw every opportunity to get better there. We're gonna have a really good team next year. I've met a bunch of the guys already. Everyone's a really good guy. The group's really tight knit. So it was just, when I went down there, when I spoke to Coach Powers and all the staff, it just, everything they preached is exactly what I wanted. It was culture. It was coming up to the rink every day, excited to get to the rink. And of course, it's Arizona. You can't beat the weather, as I know we're all thinking that. So, but it was everything I needed was just spot on there. And it was an easy decision.
Hey, what do you think it's going to take for you to reach this next level? Like, getting at least starting your pro career and stuff. What's it going to take to reach that point?
I think it's definitely going to take a lot of work and a lot of focus, a lot of going into the rink every day and making sure I get the best out of myself and making sure I'm pushing my teammates, and my teammates are pushing me just as much. And that's, like I said, at Arizona, that was one of the main things, is I know a lot of the guys there, and I know how hard of workers they are, and how they're going to push me. And I know I want to push them to be their best. So that is probably the most important thing for me, is just really showing up, being a pro every day, getting to the rink and just doing the right things on and off the ice.
Has college been an adjustment for you compared to that level below that?
Yeah, it's definitely a different adjustment. I mean, as you go up in every single league, you got that little adjustment period. But I think this year fully ready. I know what to expect, and I think this is going to be the best year for myself and my team, and I'm really excited for that.
Sounds good. Thanks for this, Robert.
No problem. Thank you.
Last question, Art Regner.
Hi, Robert. I remember your draft year, the Red Wings saying that during your interview process, 2 or 3 questions in, it was just a bunch of hockey players talking hockey, that it went really, really well. What I want to ask you is how much feedback have you received from the Wings over these last couple of years? And I know it's a personal decision and a family decision. You said advisors and all that to go to Arizona State. Were the Red Wings supportive? Did you consult them? And what was their response?
Yeah, I mean, they've been nothing but great the past 3 years since 2019, since I was drafted. They've checked in on me constantly, made sure I was doing all right. They've been to games. I've heard feedback from most of the staff, all the staff. I mean, they're very on top of their stuff, and they're very on top of their prospects, and they like to get the best out of their prospects, obviously. So that's been huge over the last 3 years, is just hearing what they had to say and taking it in, because obviously they're at the top level and they know what they're doing. So it's been really good to hear all the feedback from them. And then based on the decision making part, yeah, I included them in the decision making. They were part of it. They pretty much said, it's up to you. It's your decision. It's your hockey. It's your life. So you make that decision. But we're going to guide you, and we're going to advise you to what we think is the best as well. And they loved Arizona State. They loved every opportunity that was there. They loved all the staff, the new rink, the location, and they were all on board with that.
I'm kind of curious. What was the toughest thing about leaving, though, your old team? Was it, not to be corny here, saying goodbye to Ethan, or telling your teammates that you were leaving? Yeah,
I mean, that's never easy. Obviously, Ethan's my best friend at school. He's my best friend at BU. I lived with him for 2 years. We became like brothers. Like that was probably the toughest thing, toughest goodbye I had, was saying bye to Ethan. But we get to see each other a little bit in the summer here. He's coming home with me. We're going to spend some time together. And just sending that text was, because you make bonds with your teammates and you make bonds with them, and they're like your family. So whenever you got to leave your family, it's never easy. It's the same thing as saying goodbye to your mom or your dad at the airport to go away for 9 months. It's tough, but it was needed, and the guys understood it, and they were very supportive of me.
After the development camp's over, I don't know if you're staying in Detroit or not. What is the next step? Are you going to go back to New York for a while, or are you going to go right to Arizona and have fun in the dry heat, as they say, 115 degrees or whatever it is?
You're not wrong about the 115. It's hot right there, and that's where I came from. But I'm going to go home to New York for a couple of days, 4 days, and just my little sister Ginger, she just graduated high school, so we're kind of having a little graduation party for her with all my family. So that'll be good to get home and support her and just be with her for a little bit, and then my family, and to really just kind of chill out for 4 days and kind of sit back and just enjoy being home, enjoy my mom's cooking and all that. So, but then I'm going right back to Arizona and get right back to work. I mean, like you said, it's the dry heat's awesome. It's hot, but it's all worth it.
All right. Thank you very much, Robert. Best of luck.
Thank you very much.
All right, those are all the questions we had today. Thanks everyone